Kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tağ doğru çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Welcome everyone to sunny Seville. Unfortunately, the rain in Spain hasn't remained in the plane. In fact, it's followed us to the pitch for our fixture. Yes, it is due to rain in our second leg of the Europa League last 16. But before we crack on with that, we do of course have a game against Göztepe in the league to catch up on. So without further ado, let's hop into Football Manager 21 and crack on with today's episode. Okay, so the one and only game, as I previously mentioned, was against Göztepe. And as you can see, we got off to a cracking start. 54 minutes in, Mad got his first, and then he got a brace on the 61st. Yes, Mad, the madman himself, went and got a brace and an 8.1. As you'll notice from the team, we did rest quite a few players. We did leave a couple of our first team players in there. This was mainly, as you would guess, we was resting players for the Europa League game, but also I wanted to leave a few players in there to give us a bit more of an edge than we did in the previous time we had a game between episodes, because as you saw, we struggled quite a bit when we tried to rest the entire team. So I left a couple of players in there, Kubele being one of them, Thiago being one. Thiago, of course, not playing his usual role, but dropping back into central midfield. We then have Zubzuk in goal. But besides those, and Blackett. So we had that core four. The rest of the team, though, was all backups. So we had the backup Gordinho. He came in, got a 7.5. We then have Musin, got a 6.6. As you all know, Lassen got a knock in the previous game. And, well, I was probably going to rest him for this one anyways. But he was forced into being rested for this one. Gordinho, like I said, 7.5, 7.4 for Kubele and 6.9 for Blackett at the back. Zubzuk with a 7.5. Central midfield, Volkan got a 7 and a 7.4 for Thiago. Nice to see him playing well in that different role. In the attacking midfield, well, Youssef got 6.8 on the left, Ainul with 6.8 on the right, and Sinan with a 7.3 in the middle. Up front, Mads Brace got him an 8.1. In terms of the overall team statistics, though, we had 10 shots to their 5, 7 on target to their 2, 1.59 XG to a 0.42, 12 corners to 2, 8 fouls to 8, 0 yellow cards, 91% passing to 80, 62% possession to 38. But you all know what time it is. It is, of course, time to go to the tactical meeting screen, the land of Jason Dodds, and see what he has to suggest. So, I'll see you fine folks over there in just a second. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. But it does not for today's game, as we have previously gone over. But before we crack on with that and go into the tactical meeting screen, we do, of course, have a few games in the Europa League to have a little look at beforehand. So we have Fenerbahce away to Atlanta. We of course want Fenerbahce to pick up that. They have a 3-1 lead, so hopefully they can manage to win over in Italy. In terms of Milan Bruges, well, we're going to verse the winner of that if we make our way through. Unfortunately, Milan did manage to tie it up in their first leg, so hopefully Bruges go get an upset away from home. Rangers versus Ajax. Well, we don't really have a horse in this race, but I guess to make it easier, a comeback from Rangers would be nice, but Ajax has a lovely 3-1 lead on aggregate for that one too. We then, of course, have our game, which will want us. Arsenal versus Wolfsburg. Well, that's a tricky one. Arsenal, we couldn't overcome in the group stage, I don't believe. I believe they beat us in both ties, but Wolfsburg has a 3-1 lead over them. So, Wolfsburg, after beating Madrid and now looking like they might beat Arsenal, do look a little more scary than Arsenal. I think the winner of that is basically favourite for the Europa League. So, no real horse in that one, I guess. And then Fulham versus Marseille, currently 0-0. Again, both of them don't really know enough, but I don't know. Guess Fulham is probably the easier of the two, if I was to guess. Tottenham versus Cologne, similar sort of situation. Don't know if Tottenham's got better, got worse, if Cologne has got better or worse. Based off current knowledge, I guess Cologne would be the one we'd want from that, but again, doesn't really matter. And Valencia we probably would want, but I don't see them overcoming PSV. So that's the other games. Let's crack on, head on into the tactical meeting screen and get on with ours. Of course, the first step is to go from positive to a cautious mentality, as we did in the previous leg. In terms of opposition instructions, there is quite a few. Not going to read through them, but if you're interested, pause, have a little look, and do that yourself. In terms of the pitch condition, well, it is a perfecto. They have sold 43,248 tickets out of 43,883, so an almost sold out capacity, wet 14 degrees Celsius and gusty weather. So, like I said, the rain in Spain did not stay on the plane, or in the plane, I should say. In terms of the team, well, this is not what we're going for. That is simply the other team that's been squished. So we're going to go to the Europa Cup, and we are going for the usual suspects. So Zubzuk in goal, a backline of Blackett, Kubalay, Miranda and Lassen. Central midfield will be controlled by Mehmet and Emrehan. On the left-hand side of attacking mid is Aaron, on the right Gerkan. In central attacking mid, of course, is Thiago behind Carranza. A bench of Atberk, Musin, Ahmet, Shirok, Milinkovic, Anal and, of course, the madman himself. But without further ado, let's head on over to the team sheet, see how the guys took this one as well in the briefing room. So, 6 players didn't particularly like the formation, even though we've been doing it for absolutely ages, but Carranza doesn't have his usual complaint, which is nice to see, and Adigan is even happy to be back in the team. But I think it is probably time to do our underdog talk. If we can do our underdog talk, I think we go for the underdog talk. As you can see, their team hasn't really changed much from the previous fixture. Jason Dodds is expecting a 3-4-3, so we'll look out for that one when we're going into the game. He's suggesting that we go with this, but you know what? No. We want to go for a passionate underdog speech. Let's cause an upset yet again. This time away from home, lads. Let's go out and do it. But before we try that, we have Zera Uzaner of the Bursa Football Latest here to talk to us. Both teams come into this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? My apologies. My drink is repeating on me. They're a very good team, and we're going to relish the chance of keeping our good form going in whilst denting their aspirations. I don't think we've played all that well. Nah, we're not saying that. We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Sevilla are good as they come, and will certainly be able to cause an upset or yeah, they're as good as it comes. Is Tyler Blackett available? He's back and available, yes. He didn't go away on international duty. I think she's getting a little confused, and as you can see, they are going for a 3-4-3. Trying to push us from the go. Get back into this fixture. As you can see, our recent form isn't too bad. A win, 2 draws, and 2 more wins. And, well, we're lining up, getting ready for today's game. Let's crack on. So, how long before we get a goal in this game? Atlanta has gone and got an early goal against Fenerbahce, by the way, on the 3rd minute. Ilsik has gone and got them off to a nice start. Milan also getting off to a cracking start 15 minutes in. Rebic has scored for them, and there was another goal just above that, but I didn't quite get a chance to read that one. Emrehan pulls it back for Kublai on the halfway line though. Emrehan, lovely ball over to the right hand side where he finds Gerkan. He can pull it for Lassen. Doesn't, tries to cross it, and Ocampos will block it. Ocampos now playing the ball down this left hand side to Origi. He's got past Miranda. Kublai cuts over. Luckily, the shot also goes over as well. That other goal was for Ajax, although Rangers has gone and equalised. There's also an injury for Fenerbahce. Carlos now, though, with this next highlight, plays it to Oscar. Ocampos over here on the left-hand side. Ball across to En-Nesri. It's blocked by Kublai, but Suso will collect it from the deflection. And that's not how we wanted to start this one. 31 minutes in, a disappointing equaliser for the tie. Not what we want. Not at all what we want. Any other good news around? No, there's no good news. In fact, there's terrible news if you're a Fenerbahce fan. They have 2 injuries. I believe that was Ali Akman and someone else. Emrehan, though, will whip one in. 2-man wall, back post, nodded away. Carranza's shot is blocked, but Thiago follows it up at the far post, and we've equalised, ladies and gents. It is 2-1 on aggregate as well. Come on. Let's go. Let's have another look at this one as well. Emrehan whips in, nodded away. Carranza's blocked. Thiago slotting it past Carlos, who was trying to tightly mark him. Unfortunately, not tightly enough for them. So, as you can see, the match statistics are actually quite close. 6 shots apiece, 4 on target apiece. Our XG is actually better, a 0.83 to their 0.55, 1 corner to their 5, 6 fouls to their 10, 1 yellow card to their 0, 89% passing to their 82. The only thing we're really struggling on is possession, 47% to their 53. But I think we should go in, tell the lads have done a good job. Look at these ratings. Demir, we need a little more from you. Same with Blackett. In fact, I'm probably going to substitute some of them out. Both our wing-backs are having a rough time. And same with Demir. Kublai, again, 6.5 as well. He needs to pick things up. And we've placed how things are going, though, for the most part. So we're going to tell the lads we are pleased. We are going to change a little bit up, though. So, Milinkovic or Anal? That is the question. That is the lifelong question. Do you go for Anal or do you bring in Milinkovic? Well, I don't know. I simply just don't know. Blackett, I really want to substitute him, but I'm going to refrain. Even though he's on a yellow card and he's struggling, it would mean moving Ahmet out there. And Ahmet, I don't think he's the greatest of wing-backs. We'll have a little look, but I don't think he particularly likes to be out there. No, look, he hates his crossing. Is okay for everything else? No, off the ball. We can't risk it. Can't risk it. We have to risk the yellow card more than we can risk that. So we'll avoid doing that one. We do need to fix up this right-hand side, though. We can't have Lassen and Gerkan both struggling over there. Milinkovic, I'm going to give you the opportunity to perform here, and Musin, the same for you. Hopefully, that are the changes we need to secure this. So, like I said, Ali Akman, that's not a nice injury to see. And then we have Ferdi. Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt the rest of that name. Ferdi. Ferdi's the other injury. Quite simple. We would like to see Club Brugge pull a goal back, though. Oh, Club Brugge, let's go. Vormer, you are a handsome man, Vormer. I would kiss you if I could. But I can't. And Ocampus, I think, has just gone and tied things up 2-2 on aggregates. That's not nice to see. That is not nice to see at all. And Oscar, they've got another free kick. Plays it, shot to Barkley. Lovely block by Musin, though. Oscar will collect it and try and drill one back in. He does. It's back post. Carlos pokes it into the right-hand side, but I believe he is offside. And we, VAR permitting, have been saved. We have. Thank you, VAR. Ooh, right. We're coming into the dying moments of the game. Is there any changes we can make? Musin struggling. Blackett struggling. I guess we need to take Blackett off. I guess we have to take Blackett off. He's having too rough of a game. To leave Blackett on, I guess, as much of a risk it is to go put Ahmet out there, we're going to put him out there simply because of how bad Blackett is playing. Blackett's on a yellow card as well. We can't really risk that. Atlanta is also 3-0 up against Fenerbahce. We are becoming the last hope of Turkey in the Europa League. So, let's not mess this one up. Carlos, 83rd minute, almost 84th. They're coming down left-hand side with Munier. Plays it back to Nacho. Nacho Man gets it up to Soso. Soso now gets it up to Munier. Munier trying to whip one in. Oh, Miranda, that was dirty, my friend. Referee, please. Please, ref. Please. Please be nice to us. I know Miranda ran away. It's not a penalty. That's outside the box. I can see that. Just... seriously. Seriously. Okay. Okay. So we've got to try and deal with a lack of defense. Right. Right. Aaron, drop back here, I guess. We want to go very defensive. Can any of these go defensive mid? Yes. We've got... in fact, both of those can go defensive mid. We are going to build the wall. We are Donald Trumping it, ladies and gents. Milinkovic is not going to be much use for us now, but we'll try and drop him back to there, I guess. Carranza can stay up on his own and just try and get a breakaway goal if possible. So, let's try and just burn out the clock at this point. Miranda, the youngster, has gone and made a terrible decision, and we are coming up to the dying seconds of the game. Ocampos plays it through to Origi. Lovely push onto the post. Just clear it away, lads. Please. Sota, edge of the area. Just, no. I was going to say, just get it away. I don't care if you broke his legs on the edge of the box. As long as it's not in the area and they don't get a penalty, just do everything you can to keep that ball out the net. Bezo. And we have gone through. Look at the state of that formation for a 10-man formation. We have gone away. Through on away goal rule. Away goal rule. I mean, it's not the nicest way to go through, but we'll take it. We will take it. So, Sevilla fans, I apologise. You probably were the better team. You probably deserve to go through, but we just San Marino'd you. We dropped our midfield back for our missing central defender, and yeah, you couldn't get through us, so nah. We had 6 shots in the end, to their 14, 4 on target, to their 7, 0.83 XG to a 1.4, 3 corners to 9, 15 fouls to their 17. Their discipline is probably what let them down in the end. 1 yellow card apiece, 89% passing to their 84. We did get the possession in the end, 51 to their 49. But as you can tell by the shots, we really didn't do a whole lot with the possession. We just simply tried to keep them from our goal. In terms of our players, well, there was plenty of players just not playing well at all. Zubzuk in goal, 7 rating, solid. Can't argue about that. Aaron, 6.6, terrible performance. Ahmet, 6.7, did a decent job. We got him to come on and do something he isn't particularly comfortable in. I can't complain with a 6.7 for that. Kuble, though, on a 6.4. He's one of our star centre-backs. Can't be playing that bad. Musin got a terrible performance with a 6.5. We then also have Milinkovic, 6.5. Again, terrible performance. Lassen had an awful game with a 6.5. Blackett had an awful game with a 6.4. And Demir with a 6.5 had an awful game as well. But the standout players, Mehmet with a 6.9, Emrehan with a 6.8, Thiago with a 6.9, and Carranza even did okay up front with a 6.7, even when we left him on the island at the end of the game. I'm honestly lost for words, as you can probably tell. But we'll take it. We will take it. People had written us off today. I had written us off at some points. And yeah, good job, lads. You, I'm not pleased with. Especially considering you're now going to be suspended for the next one. Luckily, centre-back is not a position we really struggle for players. We do have Gordinho, of course, who can come in and replace him. But it's not nice to lose the youngster for those games. It was a difficult tie, but you managed to snatch the win on away goal. How do you feel? Well, Joe Hill of the Sports Bible, if you look at performance over the 2 legs, we definitely did not deserve the win. It's missing a word. It's missing a word. I'm delighted that the team has managed to come through this tie with a win. Exactly. I'm not going to dwell on the fact that we didn't deserve it. I'm just going to simply be happy that we did. You must have been proud following the response of your team in reaction to the dismissal. They showed tremendous spirit to achieve that result, didn't they? we parked the bus. A lot of teams would have folded in that situation, but my boys made a stand of stuff and they proved that here. Give them all a pat on the back. As you can see, Club Brugge also doing some miracles. 2-2 in their aggregate game against Milan. 1-1 in each fixture, but they went and won it on penalties. Atlanta, though, went and turned around their 3-1 deficit against Fenerbahce, winning 3-1 and getting through 4-3. As for Rangers versus Ajax, well, that finished 1-1 in the second one, making it 4-2 to Ajax on aggregate. And, of course, ours was 2-2, but away goal rule, since we won 1-0 at home and then beat them lost 2-1 at their place. So, Berta receive £1 million for that victory, which is nice. Past winners, by the way, for the Europa Cup. Leicester was the last one in 22-23. Then we have Arsenal, Lazio, Sevilla, who we've just knocked out. Chelsea and Atletico Madrid rounding out those last 6. Miranda banned for 1 match. I'm not going to appeal. Just fine him his wages because he deserves fine after that. And I'm going to do the press conference on my own. If it's going to ever load, please don't crash. Please, game. 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 Please. 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 Thank you. That was giving me a heart attack. So, quarter-final against Club Brugge, played on Thursday the 11th of April. Not sure where that falls in our fixture list. The home tie, there we go. It is after Ankara. So I guess we are going to continue our European adventure here on the channel in terms of episodes. So, we're going to skip over Galatasaray and Ankara Gücü. We are, of course, going to show the highlights of that in the next episode. But we're going to play Club Brugge in the next one. We're going to have Club Brugge at home, then Club Brugge away before we head to Galatasaray for the second leg at home in the Turkish Cup semi-final. Not sure where the semi-finals of the Europa Cup will fall. I guess they'll fall somewhere in here. As you know, we're definitely going to be playing Besiktas because it's the end of season game. Might play Fenerbahce, really depends where, if we get through, and where they would fall in terms of here, and if we play any in between as well. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.